18 degrees, heading for our high. Only 1 degree off it, would you believe? 19 degrees today. All those breakfast crew, well, we just didn't agree with the weatherman. As normal, we kind of feel it's going to get to 20 today. Absolutely. A little cloudy, no raining. Friday, April 24th, and, well, I'm absolutely elated to be able to tell you, yes, Kallen Saip, and, of course, Sonny, yes, Sonny from Yellow House Studios, joining us. We've got breaking news for you next.
Galaxy 107fm.
So put it to a split screen.
I fucking love this song, man. This is my favorite song off
Hi,
the record.
Cheryl, darling.
That's why I threw it in, Sonny. I kind of had that feeling.
Yeah.
I think we did a request for you the other day, didn't we?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. I've got a good memory. My CRS is going away. Yeah, I can't remember stuff.
It's a great song.
It is a great song. It really, really is. Love it.
And of course we've got little, don't know why we can't do the split screen, guys, but he is there.
Yeah. Make a funny face.
Yeah. There he is. Oh, there he is. Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, I like that. Absolutely.
Hi, Gear. Good morning.
Good morning, Gear. Nice to have you with us, my friend.
Hi, Joe.
Our Nordic brother, my Viking brother.
Yes, he's online.
Absolutely.
Hi, Joe.
So you guys are staying safe while we're going through this 19 thing?
Hi, Cheryl.
Man,
Yes. For the most part, yeah.
unfortunately, yes. I'm getting pretty crazy. I ordered some throwing knives just to get a hobby going.
Okay.
Move on up to axes.
Are you going to throw them?
Yes, exactly. Try and throw those. I ordered some fabric to reupholster things. I'm kind of going insane.
Love it. I really do. Me, personally, I like to throw a beer or two down the back of the throat, but that's about as violent as I get.
Well, yeah, that's the hobby that's
You're
gonna kill me
getting
over
old,
the knives,
Grant.
I
You're
think.
just having one or two. Is that one or two
One or two?
bottles or one or two boxes?
1 or 2 days on the booze. You want to get 1 or 2? I'll take a couple of days at that. Dear. So we're going to go live. Callum, I was saying to Sonny earlier on, we've got over 5 million online right now listening in. So
Oh, yeah.
it doesn't seem that we've lost a lot as far as listenership goes, which really impresses me. Either that or there's a whole lot of people in the world that have got nothing else to do.
That's probably it. I'm really like freaked out about this because I had a shaving incident and I haven't been baby-faced like this for probably 7 years, and I just feel like I'm not the same person.
Don't worry, my friend. Let's go live to the desk.
Of course he is.
I did the same thing, man. I have this, I tried to do like a little V thing down on my chin. Like, it didn't turn out good, man. So I'm like,
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. It is bang on 10:30. 18 degrees downtown, heading for that high. The weatherman says 19 degrees today. We kind of disagree, going one higher. We've always got to be better. Friday, April 24th, and joined by the men themselves. Of course, we're talking about Kallen Saip, and of course, we're talking to Sonny as well, coming out of the Yellow House Studios in Chilliwack. Now, welcome along, guys. First of all, I've got to say, Callum, absolutely love, love, love Bluebird. Now, I'm going to ask you a little bit about it in a minute. But Sonny, for the first time we've met, welcome along, my friend, and glad to have Yellow House Studios joining us here at Galaxy. Now, we have been hearing a little bit about yourself. We've got some big news coming, and we've been playing your ads, and we're going to talk about that. But welcome to the Galaxy family.
Oh, thank you very much for having me. I really appreciate you guys are doing a great thing for local music and around the world. And like I said before, I really appreciate you guys and what you're doing for everybody. I think that we need more people like you guys around to help us all share music.
Well, you know, Sonny, to be very, very honest with you, and I'm going to be straight up, without people like Callum, for instance, and songwriters, music producers like yourself, the whole mechanism, without you guys, I wouldn't have a job. So believe me, the respects go right back to you. It's all about the music. It's all about the performance, the artist, everything that goes into making it so that I can have a job. I got to say thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. And I think I mean, like, you write great songs and makes it super easy to record. And I mean, I've worked with him a few times now, and he's just one of those special people that doesn't matter what time of day, he can knock it out of the park. It could be first thing in the morning, late at night. He's a pro. He knows how to get it done.
Exactly. Now
I got no beard to blush under right now, you guys. Come on.
Well, you know something, my friend. I didn't want to mention it, but a bit slick there. What's the occasion? Are you coming up for Halloween or something?
I just had a little mishap. I had a handlebar mustache that I adored for a little while and got to trim it. And when you just got to plow the field sometimes and start fresh. So we'll see.
Fair enough. I try to keep away from flammable and sharp objects myself as well. Now, Callum, I got to welcome you back. We're no stranger to each other. We've been playing your music for a little while now, and we are in the process of actually getting you down here to the Antipodes down under and playing a bit of music for us here in New Zealand, which we are literally chomping at the bit to have you here in New Zealand. We really, really are. At the same time, it is so nice to be able to have people like Sonny in your corner, so be it. If we're going to talk in a boxing or a wrestling term, you two make a killer team right now. Now,
that's true, man. There's a lot of cool stuff happening down here in the Fraser Valley with music, and Sonny's one of the guys that's really pushing it, and it's looking good. Even through all this crazy pandemic, people are having a good time playing music, and it's being put out there, so that's the great part.
Exactly. It is strange and uncertain times right now, and it is an absolute pleasure to be able to run against the tide as it be, literally, to be able to release new music in this time, you know what I mean? So I humbly thank you for taking the time out, literally, and joining me today. Now, at the same time, we played Bluebird. Now, Callum, please tell me a little bit about this amazing song. We absolutely love it here at Galaxy. We really do. We know it's Sonny's favourite song as well. So give us the skitty, my friend. Tell us all about it.
So when Sonny's studio was a little baby, still in the womb, he brought us there. And it was me and my good friend Sammy Morelli, who we check her out on all of her platforms. She's amazing. And I wrote this song, and I've never done a song that I had another part that I wrote for in a female perspective. So that was cool. I wrote it, and then I got her to sing it, and we recorded it at the early stages of the studio, and then to hear what it sounds like coming out along. We just sat on it because I really liked this song. We didn't know what to do with it. I just didn't want to put it out as just some random single. So here she is, all ready and wrapped in a bow.
Now, at the same time, tell me a little bit about Sammy, because for the first time when I heard Soil, it's the first time that I've heard of Sammy, and it was instantly attracted to this particular work, Soil. I really, really was. So it seems that you're very familiar with each other. You're very comfortable singing as a duo and as separate parts within the song as well, and the structure of the song. And I'm sure Sonny can understand where I'm leading with this, because we as engineers don't listen to music as fans would. We listen to it, break it down in its increments, try to understand the whole part of it.
Yeah.
How long have you known Sammy? Because it really does sound like you two are very, very comfortable with each other.
We really are, actually. It's really cool. She worked at a winery in Kelowna when I toured through there, and this certain winery actually has a recording studio in the winery, and then you play shows there. And she's the nicest girl. She actually moved out our way now, so I get to see her a lot more. She just had a little baby. Her husband works for one of the radio stations down here, and she would just let musicians stay in their house. Like, it was just an open door for people that went through, and I heard her name from a friend and asked her when we played, and ever since then we've just been thick as thieves. And I think we're going to be working on an actual full length together in the near future. So,
you know, I fully support that. I really, really do. I think you two deserve to literally make an album together, and Soil, for instance, is any example to go by, and I've got to congratulate Sonny for putting everything together, being the mastermind behind it as well. And Sonny, at the same time, we are going to be releasing a little bit of information right now of something that I think is very, very dear to my heart, and that is getting as much money behind indie artists to be able to help them in these strange times. It really is weird times, it is. So instead of being a part of what now seems to be the norm, if I might say it, for artists getting their music out and being live streaming and all sorts of things, Sonny, you're looking at it in a whole different perspective altogether. Now, please, please, please tell me how I, as a manager of a radio station, can help support and get behind what your project is. Tell me all about it.
Right. Okay. So first off, this new album is called Artists in Isolation, and what it is, a new friend of mine, Ted Kim, actually helped me on this project. But you know what, I'm going to take a step back, and this was actually Kellen's idea. I think maybe 2 years ago, he had an idea to do like some kind of compilation album, and we just kind of sat on that. And anyway, so we had something planned here at Yellow House, and then the pandemic happened, and Ted Kim, dear father, who's on the record, he suggested, why not do this? Why not just pivot and then go this direction? So this is what I did. So a lot of this credit has to be given out where credit's due, and it goes to dear father, who is on the record. Now, having said that, I like to model it after, like we were talking about, big shiny tunes back in the 90s, compilation albums that just have so many good songs on it, and that's how I feel this is. There's so many talented people to choose from the Valley, and it was tough, man, like to come up with this lineup, leaving so many people off, which is why there's going to be a few more coming out. But the big kicker to this whole record is that 100% of all the proceeds go right back to the artist. It goes into a big pot and then split and goes right back to their pockets. So the sponsors don't get a cut. We don't get a cut. Nobody gets a cut except for the artist where it should belong. And so the way I see it is, I have a hard time supporting all my friends because they all do so many live streams, and I feel like I'm leaving them out by choosing one over the other. And now I have a platform to stand on and say, hey, listen, guys, here is a way to support multiple artists with one purchase, and it's going right back to them. So I can't stress that enough. Right now, this community is just shaken to the floor. It's broken and it's fractured, and we need to help rebuild it. Keep them doing what they do best, which is writing music and being creative. The last thing that they need to worry about is, buying new guitar strings or whatever it is. So this is our way of trying to help out local artists. And also my partner, Chris Fassbender, who is the video side of this whole thing, he's played a big part in this too. I definitely want to throw a shout out to him. Chris and Ali Fassbender, they are a huge part of this project, so I don't want to leave them out. But yeah, when I say like this goes back to the artists. I mean, like there's so many different revenue streams that you can support, and we would appreciate it if you just keep listening to live music and keep watching all the revenue streams, all the live streams, but consider buying this project and supporting these local artists. The more money we can make them, the better off everyone's going to be.
You know, Sonny, you've very, very quickly become, and I've only just met you today, really, I really have, a hero of mine, and I absolutely want to get behind you 100%. And of course, we're talking maybe we're going to be doing ads and stuff like that for you in the very, very near future. As soon as you can get some made for me, I'd be very honoured to have our team add them to it and get behind it. I really, really would. Maybe we could get some more information on JPEGs and all that sort of stuff we can put on our websites. You never know what we can come up with. Now, Sonny, at the same time, maybe we can coax you into sending us some product that we can do some giveaways and keep this project rolling. Would you consider that with us?
Absolutely, yeah. Another shout out. Yeah, I think we're going to be putting up some CDs, some shirts, some hats, stickers, just merch to give away to the artists. We have talked with some sponsors about funding and stuff like that. It's so hard to get all this sorted right now because of the pandemic. And so for right now, we're focusing on streaming and releasing it. You know what? I'll just give a quick list here where you guys can hear the singles and all the albums. So it'll be available on Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, TikTok, Google Play, YouTube, Amazon, Pandora, Deezer, Tidal, Napster, iHeartRadio, some whole bunch of stuff I've never even heard of. I'm not even going to try and pronounce Instagram and Facebook. And it's basically available everywhere.
And here at Galaxy as well. Believe me, we'd be very honoured to be a part of it. Callum, let's refresh our listeners' memories. How do we get hold of you, my friend? Are you on Facebook? Are you on Twitter? Are you on Instagram? And when people do you respond?
Oh, absolutely. Especially now, when you're just sitting around at home and watching the kids run around in circles. It's nice to have something else to do. I'm on all those things, except for Twitter. I kind of fell off the bandwagon a long time ago. I still have a Twitter, but I don't think I've twat in a while. But Instagram, just Kallen Saip Music. Facebook, though, Kallen Saip. And music's all over the place. I especially like to throw it out to Bandcamp, because they have been helping out in this time by waiving some of their fees once in a while and stuff, so that's a great thing that they're doing. It's everywhere. This song's coming out, and I just wrapped up a brand new record. I don't know when that's going to be coming out, but I'm really excited for that as well.
Well,
Yes.
I'm kind of hoping that you're going to stay in touch with us so that we can release all the new music with you. Well, you know, I can see us still doing this at Christmas time if you got about 14 songs, you know what I mean? So it's going to be a wonderful journey, and it'll be very, very nice to be able to kick it off with a bit of Soil. So tell me about Soil. How'd you come to the lyrics of that?
Oh, man. That's a good question. I don't know where half the lyrics come from at all. It's just kind of, usually when I write a song and I keep that song, the song comes out in about 15 minutes and it's done. And there's some tweaks and stuff, but that's just how I can't sit down and be like, hey, Tuesday's writing day, and sit down and try and write a song. It just doesn't work that way for me. I'll just all of a sudden get an idea, and in 15 minutes that song's pretty much structured. That being said, I have a really horrible structure model for my songs. There's not really, doesn't really make any sense ever, which makes these guys really mad when there's these weird tempo changes and just a bunch of just hair pulling of no chorus to verse to verse to no chorus, no bridge, that kind of stuff. So shout out to the guy for keeping on top of my head, because I just kind of write from where it comes from, and it stays that way.
Believe me, Callum, I fully understand, especially on Sonny's point of view, because I am an engineer myself. I've done it for a number of years, so believe me, sympathies to Sonny, but love to you, my friend, because believe me, without your talents, we wouldn't have great works of art like this. Here at Galaxy is Kallen Saip, featuring Sammy Morales and Soil. How you feeling, guys? You okay?
Good, yeah.
It's good to see you again, buddy.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's always a pleasure to catch up with you, my friend. I really can't wait to get you here in New Zealand. I got to be honest with you.
I'm very excited. Very excited.
I'm just wondering if Sonny wants to come along as well. It'd be a lot of fun.
Kellen, I would love to.
I actually invited him to come when I was going to go down there anyway. I think I brought it up.
That's right. We ended up buying we bought a trailer to go camping with, and then this freaking pandemic happened. Now we can't go anywhere. So
Yeah, believe me, I fully
No, we're
understand.
the same.
Yeah, I sympathise. But having said that, I mean, next week the government is relaxing the rules just a level. So,
They are.
I mean,
Hi,
at the
Peggy.
moment,
Hi,
the essential workers can work, but next week we can just get a few more people out there,
Hope
like
you stay
carpenters,
safe.
like the forestry workers, everything like that. So
Yeah, next week, 400,000 are going back to work.
400,000 going back to work. That's great.
It is.
It
isn't
really
it?
is.
Wow.
Get a bit of our economy going.
Yeah, we have about, what, 3 million? 4 million people,
Yeah.
you know?
Oh, it's 4.75 million.
4.75 million people in New
Yeah.
Zealand, yeah. So we're getting about
Children
a
are
portion.
going back to school, but only 10 children per class, so the essential workers' children.
I haven't stopped working. All the way through this, I'm the only one that's been able to keep this radio station going while everybody else has been abiding by the rules. So 24 hours a day, I've been here, literally.
Well, I appreciate it, man. I support it 100%.
Well, I tell
There's
you
no
what.
way that beard will cover any kind of virus coming into your mouth.
Yeah,
Oh, my God.
absolutely. I
You've
try to
got
tell the
some
wife that
anyway.
too. And I'm sure that when I arrive home, she'll just look at me and go, "Oh, you're back."
You've got a couple of
Sorry?
masks. You've got a couple of masks.
I got a couple of
anyway.
masks, I do. I really do. I go out and do my thing.
Now
With
do that
masks.
lighter test, what I told you. You might have to wear 2 when you go out.
Might have a lighter test. Now, I'm going to talk about that. I really am.
I think you
Anyway.
guys need some nostril plugs. Yeah, like Kellen was saying, and your beard will do the rest. Just wear like one of those swimmers nostrils.
I like
You're-
Sonny, I do.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the desk.
First time, I haven't heard it before. Thank you, it's I love you all. There you go. Thanks for another beer.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. Callum had me worried there for a minute. He just got out and walked off right at the crucial point. And Callum and Sonny, if you're wondering what I'm doing here, well, my on-air producer who gives me stats and all that sort of stuff, voice in my head, literally, she's been taking photos as well. You'll get a copy of the video that we're doing. We'll transcribe it over from Facebook Live to YouTube, so we'll give you a copy of that. Most people don't want to relive it, to be honest. Get rid of it straight away, unless you want to give it to somebody you don't like a lot. Well, then, say, hey, this is Kiwis, don't do anything with them, it's not healthy. We'll give you some photos as well.
thank you,
Literally,
Vicky.
we'll give you all of that information so that you can, well, some people put those, she's dangerous. She she's dead. You get a close up. Wow. Zoom. You're right there. She really is quite comical with that. She reminds me of Darth Vader with her, that. Woo, it's a hard hat area. Osh, finds possibly it could be a health requirement to wear a hard hat.
I'm almost 5 metres.
Around Barbara.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, around Barbara, any time, believe me. So, anyway, guys, we were talking about getting you down here earlier on, Callum, and partaking and doing a few shows, maybe about 4 or 5 shows here in New Zealand. To make it worthwhile, I think we should be doing a few in Australia as well. Reason being is, well, we love their money.
But we need sponsors.
Yeah, you gotta connect them on some level.
Yeah, exactly, and if they want to spend money, well, take it any day. No worries about that. But at the same time, I'm not sure, Sonny, whether you're aware of this, but we're kind of crazy down here in the Antipodes. We like to do a few different things. Are you up for a challenge?
Okay.
Yeah, you gotta be up for it, Sonny.
Yeah. Yeah. Callum knows what's coming, you see, but Sonny, you're the fresh victim.
Does it have anything to do with like giant spiders? Because I tell you what, I'm out. If that's part of the challenge, I'm done. I'm out.
You just made all of the staff here crack up all over the place. No, we haven't actually considered arachnophobia. We do in Auckland have a place called Avondale where they have one of the biggest spiders in the world called the Avondale spider. It's about the size of a dinner plate.
Well, do you have to fence fight it to get it out of your house?
Well, you could always, as long as your daughter's not dating the bloody thing, what the hell? You know what I mean? Believe me, they're big enough. You just let that, go on, you go for it. I'm not even going to go for a gun.
Anyway,
it'll bounce.
Back to the deer.
That is so terrifying.
But, Sonny, I've got to ask you, have you ever heard of a hoo-hoo grub?
How about, sorry, a what?
Hoo-hoo grub, spelled H-U-H-U.
No. Hoo-hoo grub, no.
Yeah, believe me, Sonny, you're going to absolutely love this. What you do is you put the live body in your mouth. It's like you must be familiar with a caterpillar, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, this is like a caterpillar on steroids or a double-decker bus to a mini. It's big, it's white. You put the live body in your mouth, bite off the head. Don't eat the head, it's yucky. But when you crunch down on the body, it's like creamy peanut butter.
I don't know about that, but
How many beers am I allowed to drink before we do this? Because that's going to be the factor to that.
Yeah, all of them. As many as you want, literally. Believe me. Lots of drinking can be, and what probably will be done through this tour. I've got to be honest with you, Callum. That's why I was impressed to see that you were actually starting to practice now with the beer you're drinking now.
So it's kind of, yeah, you have to, it's like the Rocky, every morning I put on the Rocky theme song and I crush a couple beers and just look at a big poster view and just get ready.
You're sick. You're sick, but I love that. I really do. You got a big poster of me.
Yeah, I've seen the good one.
I love it.
It's big beer.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, we've got to introduce you to some New Zealand beers, and we've got Spades. We've got a whole host of beers here in New Zealand that we make, and Sonny and I were actually talking craft beers. Yes, we do that here in New Zealand as well. So I think inebriation might be on the cards pretty much, well, 99% of it anyway. So
that's the thing. You never technically got drunk until you get sober, right? So.
Exactly. Never drink to forget. But I tell you what, drinking to remember, well, that can be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very true.
Yeah, have another beer while you remember what the hell you got to apologise for last night.
Yeah, you're going to hit the list.
Yep, absolutely. I've been down that road, I have. But I got to be honest with you, the Wild Foods Festival down the west coast of South Island, they do the hoo-hoo grub thing. In fact, crazy down there, we kind of, we can deep fry stuff that really shouldn't be deep fried, I've got to be honest with you. You might be walking away somewhere and find a child sucking on a deep fried grasshopper or something. You know what I mean?
I thought you were going to say something else.
We talked about this last time, and I wrote up the P&E because they just have a stick of butter that they deep fry, and then you just eat the stick of butter.
Yep.
Deep fry.
Yep, believe me, I know what you're talking about. They do that sort of thing here too. But having said that, we'll take you guys down to Queenstown. Now, Queenstown right now, and believe me, tourism job cuts are horror story, says the mayor of Queenstown right now. They are suffering because it's a little boutique town sort of city, and a place where, you know, the A-listers go and take their friends to get away from their mates. You know what I'm saying? Not so long ago, actually, Tom Cruise was down there, Kevin Costner, people like that. Shania Twain owns property down there. So believe me, it is, you'll be surprised who you may run into. And believe me, you don't want to run into me because I'll throw you off a bridge.
I'm into it.
Yep, and Sonny is silently gone silent. We have a thing in Queenstown, Sonny, called bungee jumping.
Yeah, not so much. No, I'm not that. Not so much for that.
But don't worry about it, Sonny. We'll attach the bungee. You're not Australian.
Yeah.
Well, we're larger men, so those kind of things are scary. Just like spiders.
Those cables, because, yeah.
That's cool. We will accommodate. Believe me, if something doesn't scare you at least once a day, you're not living.
That's why I got married, though.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. Yeah.
And today's scare literally is you're being interviewed by me, so I understand where you're coming from. Let's just expand that box a little bit and try that. Otherwise, I'm going to say, how about joining me for a tandem jump out of an airplane? I'm an accomplished parachutist. I love to skydive, and I'd love to be able to throw you out of a plane.
Well, I think I got the parachute more than a bungee cord, I'm thinking.
Fair enough too. But AJ Hackett, a good friend of ours, and I've known him for many, many, many years, done a lot of jumps with and around AJ Hackett and the boys down in Queenstown. We'll go and visit that. Maybe we can even get you on the swing and just swing you out over the canyon. That's spectacular. It really, really is. The only thing is we hope that you come back again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm back.
Yeah, we're still perfecting that one. Anyway, have you ever heard of a Zorb?
No.
No. Okay. Well, a Zorb is a big, clear, see-through ball. And what we do is we put you in it and roll you down a hill. Get some people running in front of you. It's like human Skittles. You know what I mean?
We're going to run over ground.
That sounds cool, yeah.
Yeah, lots of alcohol involved. Well, you know, it's got a little juice in there, so we need you in your mankini anyway to get you in there. But, you know, there might be extra added juices when you get out as well. So it's all a lot of fun doing that.
That's a great spot to bring up Tyler's Games TMs. You can go in that bar wearing some of those, right?
Games TMs. Short shorts.
Short
See the
shorts.
pocket thing through it? You need those.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm all about short shorts as well. So if you got some with your logo or anything else on it, pass some on down to me. I'm just the crazy kind of guy to wear.
That's a very good idea.
Yeah.
I'm not thought of doing any like short shorts with a logo on it, so I think you might be the first to get one of those.
Well, I tell you what, Callum, just
Nice
a couple of
photo
weeks
coming
ago,
up.
before we actually started going into this lockdown thing, I was talking to our merchandise manager, and, well, I talk all the time about mankinis, and she says to me, I've ordered about 4,000 mankinis. And she goes, so I just want to ask you, where are we going to put the logo?
Oh, man. Well, as soon as you get those, ship one of them out here. I'll do a calendar for you.
Love it. Love it. I really, really will. Believe me, they'll be collector's items. They'll go in a flash. Literally in a flash. You know, but I deserve it. I keep talking to her about her patented G-string that she keeps breaking on her guitar. So, you know, how are you going to get a logo on that?
Well, easy.
Perfect.
Exactly, you know. So, guys, it is bang on 11 o'clock, and I'm going to have to move on. My production manager's saying to me that we have to roll on now, guys. But I got to thank you both so much for being part of the COVID Break the Boredom and coming on and talking about, of course, we're talking about Bluebird and Soil. And Sonny, I really, really thank you and respect what you're doing. Can't wait to be able to start promoting this through the guns, my friend. And looking forward to you both coming back, doing interviews, telling us all about your new music. Will you do that?
Yeah, definitely, yes. So, yeah, again, today, tonight at midnight our time, Kallen Saip featuring Sammy Morelli Soil is released on all streaming platforms. And we would love for you guys to go and check it out, stream it, buy it. It'll be released on Bandcamp as well, so you can go ahead and buy it and purchase it. And please consider donating to this project, Artists in Isolation. It goes right back to the artist, 100%. Thank you very much, guys, for having me on and taking the time to listen to us.
And as always, Callum, nice to see you again, my friend. Looking forward to catching up in the future. Just got to ask you, though, if you're doing anything else with Sammy, once we get through this, what say we get to meet her as well?
Oh, absolutely. I'm pretty sure she's tuning in right now, so she's probably already heard it, and she's always down for a good hang.
Nice, because I think you have a talent right there with that young lady as well, and I wish you all the best in the very, very near future. Can't wait to see you guys down here at Aotearoa in New Zealand, and make sure you got a little bail money set aside, won't you?
That's what I know. I'm putting piggyback away for that.
Nice, and I've got to let you know, 62 countries, 94 cities around the world tuned in to Kallen Saip, and of course, Yellow House Studios, Sonny, the man himself, right here in Galaxy.
Thanks so much for having us, buddy.
Yeah.